the taste is really what matters. And a lot of stuff that is shelf stable for an extended period of time does not have the taste factors that fresh, locally grown has.
Sumter Today is presented by USC Sumter, Sumter Tourism, and Prisma Health.
Hey, I'm Kate. And
I'm Chris.
And we are farmers and owners at Grateville Acres, located in Paxville, South Carolina. We've been here since late 2018. On our land, we use organic practices to grow really hyper-local and seasonal produce.
Squash, tomato, peppers, eggplant, cucumbers.
Arugula, lettuce, basil. I think at one point we had like 35 different types of crops and then up to like 80 different varieties. Neither of us grew up farming, but we both grew up with families who gardened, and we both really enjoy food. I studied Spanish and business, so I've always had the notion of potentially starting my own business.
Born and raised here, down that way. My parents, this was my grandparents growing up. Went to Clemson, studied horticulture. So I grew up outdoors, always was interested in plants, grew up having a garden.
We really got started mostly to serve ourselves with good seasonal produce, but then just saw the lack in the community for good, diverse, seasonal, local produce that was naturally grown. One of the reasons why I like it so much is because we're cultivating this ecosystem here too, right? It's not just about the crops in the ground. There's birds, there's butterflies, there's bees, there's good bugs, you know. What is the soil doing underneath that plant? How are we feeding that soil so that it can stand up to a bunch of grasshoppers that, you know, come to munch on some leaves?
Our biggest hurdle is just being as natural as possible. People that use, Roundup or some other stuff, if you don't fully kill what you're trying to kill, then it builds up a resistance. You could consider that a genetically modified plant after that. 80+% of what we're doing is all hand picking, hand monitoring. Mm-hmm. And that's really the best way. Kate's done a tremendous job applying for grants and been very successful in said grants. So that's been a huge help with keeping the wheels rolling.
There's a lot of support for rural entrepreneurship and then agribusiness in the state. We've gotten, at this point, over $35,000 in grant funding, and that's all with South Carolina entities. So the tunnel that we're standing in right now, this was the first piece of funding, if you will, that we were able to access. We are installing a wash pack facility. And so the idea is that we have this space where we can process and wash and store our produce as it comes out of the field. We sell our produce at the Manning Farmers Market on Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. That goes through October, and then we'll start again in June. For community events, the one that we're most excited about, and I guess what we're kind of becoming known for, is our garlic planting and then harvest event. We gather in November, and people come from the community. It's a free event to attend, and you help us plant garlic, right? You stick the cloves in the dirt, and then at the end of the morning, then we all have a potluck meal together. You meet other people from the community, and then we come back together in June when the garlic is ready to harvest, and we pull it all out. People can take garlic home. have some of those community events where people can get their hands in the dirt and take a little bit of ownership for the food they'll end up eating is really fun.
All the way from the seed, the soil, the grower, the chef, and then the consumer, the person eating it, you know, there's a lot of connection there. There's a lot of thought and purpose that goes into that, rather than, you know, how much of this can we grow at once and how far can we send it and how much money can we make. Names to me mean a lot. They have a lot of symbolism, a lot of purpose behind it. So we're grateful to be in Paxville on the many acres that were left for us.